At the company dinner, the wife's perfect world shatters. She silently watches as her husband peels shrimp for his assistant, a gesture he never showed her. Her response is sharp and direct. She has 10 pounds of shrimp placed on the table and orders him to peel them for everyone. Today, learn what limits really are. If he can't learn this lesson, he can be replaced too. 3 hours earlier, at the same company dinner, the assistant proudly introduces herself. "I'm the CEO's new secretary." The wife ignores her and tells everyone to start eating. At that moment, the assistant complains that peeling the shrimp is difficult and directly asks the CEO for help in front of everyone. Without a second thought, the husband puts on gloves and peels the shrimp for her, while the wife silently watches all of this. At that very moment, she messages her butler, "Prepare 10 pounds of shrimp." After this, the assistant mocks her. "You're just a lucky trophy wife, someone who sits at home." The wife puts down the phone and finally says, "There is such a thing as manners." But the assistant just laughs it off. "I'm just straightforward. Don't take it personally." Then she mocks her again. "Seeing your luxurious life, I actually feel sorry for your hardworking husband." Just then, a co-worker reveals the truth. She's not a housewife, but actually the CEO of a major company. Another adds, "Their marriage is actually a merger between two major business families." The assistant is left stunned. The husband immediately tells her to apologize and warns her to watch her language. The assistant apologizes reluctantly. The wife makes an excuse and leaves the party. That night, when the husband returns home, the butler brings in 10 pounds of freshly cooked prawns. In a calm voice, the wife says, "Peel them all." The husband makes an excuse saying, "I have an obsession with cleanliness." The wife reminds him, "Just now, you were peeling prawns for your assistant." He says, "There's no need to be jealous. She's just an intern," he adds. The wife replies coldly, "Out of all the relationships, I chose you for one reason. You're clean." She explains, "We had an agreement. You would keep your distance from strangers and maintain boundaries. This is your first mistake, and this is your punishment." She gives a final warning, "Don't disappoint me again." The next morning, as an apology, the husband brings a bowl full of peeled prawns. But the wife isn't interested at all. She tells the maid, "Take it away." Everything remains calm for a while. The wife, who is a busy heiress, immerses herself in her work and ignores the assistant. But a month later, when the husband comes to pick her up for a family banquet, she sees the assistant sitting in her personal seat. The wife immediately says, "Get up." The assistant makes an excuse saying, "I get car sick." Seeing such shamelessness, the wife's patience snaps. Throwing money, she says, "Take a cab." The assistant puts on a drama. "You want to buy my dignity with money," she says. The wife laughs and says, "So dignity is only saved by sitting in the CEO's car." She adds coldly, "My husband's time is worth millions. Even a small detour could ruin a company." After getting into the car, the husband tries to explain something, but the wife stops him. "I have a problem with filth. Shrimp was the first mistake, the car seat is the second. Now you have only one chance left." As they get out of the car, she gives a final warning. "Smile or else our family's shares will drop." The husband forces a smile and quietly goes with her to the banquet.